Trump to hold a press conference this afternoon. I don't know what he's going to announce. Maybe he's going to be a new father. I don't know. He seems to have a new smash buddy. People are saying on the internet, maybe, just maybe, the lunatic Laura Loomer may give us a new trend. Oh, god damn. It's bad enough to think about that they might be bumping uglies. But to make another ugly? Ew. Ew, gross. If you notice the thumbnail from today, smash buddies and bomb threats. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is tabloid type election time. I just want to be a political commentator, right? That's all I want. Or do I? I mean, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun mocking these motherfuckers. But, gotta have fun with it, I guess. But it feels more like I'm now a tabloid commentator, right? It feels more like we're commentating on Hollywood relationships and the lies that are being told, except like there's really dangerous consequences. Like maggots, Trump supporters calling in bomb threats to the Springfield City Hall in Springfield, Ohio, because of a lie that J.D. Vance told about a registered Republican, by the way, a registered Republican biting a cat in Canton, Ohio, not Springfield, Ohio. That's where the story springs from. Not Springfield, but from Canton, which is like 180 miles away from Springfield, Ohio. Some tweaked out lady in a front yard biting a cat. And the police gets called because of the disturbance. And all of a sudden, because she's a black woman, Haitians are eating cats in Springfield, which is not even close to the truth, of course. But they don't give a shit about the truth. They don't care about the truth. I mean, Donald Trump's going to hold a press conference in about 45 minutes. He'll probably be 15 minutes late. So it'll probably be at the top of the next hour. I might go in to see if he's going to drop out of the race, because that's the only thing that actually makes sense in reality. Like, in actual reality, only thing that makes sense for Donald Trump to hold a press conference for is to drop out of this race, because he's lost his fucking mind. Or he's just so enamored by Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer. That he's being hypnotized into spreading these lies about people eating cats and dogs, specifically Haitian migrants. And they're calling him bomb threats to the city hall because of Trump lies. So this city is having to deal with this. The back the blue crowd, the cops and the police in Springfield, the authorities in Springfield, the FBI is now involved in having to track down which Trump supporter believed his stupid fucking lies and called in a bomb threat. Don't get me started on the lie and what the consequences of the lie is, where he claims children are having sex change operations in elementary and junior high schools. What a fucking dickhead. And it's very easy to see their strategy here. Their strategy is to deploy stochastic terrorism. That's the whole point, is to terrorize communities. It's to scare them. Because he has no platform, right? What's his platform? That he believes that black people eat cats? Because that's kind of what he's saying when they take a story about a black woman who's a registered Republican, apparently, in Canton, Ohio, and turn it into Haitians. Well, if this black person, she looks like a Haitian, she's black. That's what they're spinning it into. And yeah, the whole internet meme of Trump at the debate saying they're eating dogs, they're eating cats, they're eating your pets. It's hilarious. That's funny because he's such a clown. And the weird part is that MAGA and Laura Loomer, because I'm going to show you her account today. Holy fuck, what a dumpster fire. Not only is Laura Loomer helping Trump spread this stupid fucking, fear-mongering story about Haitian migrants and immigrants in this country in general, that they eat cats and dogs and they're going to come eat your pets. But now she's helping him spread 9/11 conspiracy theories just days after he took her to the 9/11 site? Are you fucking shitting me? Get the fuck out of here. Which is a really weird position for Laura Loomer to take anyways. I'm going to kind of explain it to you. I might even show you some Stu Peters. Holy shit. I've been down some neo-Nazi rabbit holes on Twitter lately, doing some investigating. Shit that I don't even know if I can show you here live on air.
Just open Laura Loomer cuckoo crazy racism.
And that's where we are, is they're going to play into the fear of black and brown people. They think that's what's going to get them to win because it's their very last card. They're showing their last hand here to us. That they're going to play to the deepest, darkest fears of the American people, of the American public, especially Donald Trump's white vote, as they see it to be the only way to win. But he's losing ground. I mean, you just look at the crowd size. I'm going to show you the crowd size is everything. My dick's bigger than hers. My crowds are so big. I fill junior high auditoriums. Kamala can't fill stadiums, but my junior high auditoriums are totally filled. Speaking of lies about crowd size, MAGA is spreading lies about busing people in to Kamala Harris rallies. Yeah, they're shuttling them in on buses to the stadiums where she's speaking. Because thousands of people are showing up, so they have to park miles away, so they shuttle them in to drop them off at the front of the stadium. Because the DNC can afford to make sure that those Harris supporters get to her rally safely and back to their vehicles safely. And they're like, oh, they're busting them in. Yeah, they're busting them in from the parking lot, dumb fuck. Because there's so many of them. When you go to a Trump rally at a tiny ass auditorium that barely holds 1,000 people, the parking lot's right out front. You ain't gotta shuttle anyone in when there's only 200 people that show up for your rally. Fuck, the parking lot ain't even full, let alone the fucking auditorium. Give me a break. I'm gonna show you that evidence today. I've been telling you for years that the big lie that Donald Trump has actually fucking duped this country with, and duped the media more than anything. They are such a bunch of suckers. Yes, I said it. The media are a bunch of fucking suckers. The big lie that Donald Trump has spun to this country, and they keep spinning this idea. Jesus Christ, Laura Loomer is posting Google Analytics for search terms of the dog eating story. That's not a flex, dumbass. But the big lie that's been told to us this entire time is that somehow Donald Trump is popular with the American public. What a fucking joke. That's like trying to sell the American public that JD Vance ain't some kind of fucking weirdo. It's the reason why the couch fucking story stuck. And it's the reason why the dog eating story is sticking. And the reason why the dog part of the story is sticking, because that wasn't even in the original internet story in the first place. It would be like me trying to convince you that JD Vance had an affair with the rocking chair in the first 2 days of the couch fucking saga and trying to make that go viral. Oh, so he's a rocking chair molester? Oh, well, it doesn't have the same effect as couch fucker. You see the difference? And by the way, thinking that Trump saying, talking about eating cats on the internet is going to make him popular amongst people who like cats is probably, especially if it's a cat eating lie, it's probably not a good idea. Probably not. I'm just going to throw that out there, Laura, if you're listening. But this whole thing has this libs of TikTok stench. You remember libs of TikTok? Yeah, they post a lot of vile stuff on Twitter. I actually don't see it on Twitter. Tried to go to a libs of TikTok post earlier about this cat eating story. Of course, they're fear mongering of immigrants around the cat eating story. That is completely untrue. But they have me blocked. I don't know why libs of TikTok has me blocked. Are they scared of me? Are you scared of me? You fucking terrorist? You scared you're going to get exposed? Huh? For the liars that you are, so you block me? I'm not sure why they have me blocked. Why would they block me? They would want to welcome me. Because wouldn't they want to fucking make fun of me? Right? Wouldn't they want to clown me? I'm a lib, right? I'm a libtard. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem that Trump and Laura Loomer and really MAGA's having here. Is this new brand of liberalism is really having an effect on them. I mean, I know why J.D. Vance is still pushing this dog cat eating story. He's still telling the lie because he's so pissed off that we turned him into a fucking couch fucker in a matter of about 2 hours. So he's got a little revenge that he needs to take. So he thinks he's going to take it out on people in the home state that he's a senator of, in a town that has nothing to do with the story, the origin of the story at all. Yeah, go with that. I'm sure the people of Springfield, Ohio are really excited about voting for J.D. Vance now. What do you think? In his home state, trashing constituents that he represents, regardless if he wants to or not. He represents those people in Springfield, Ohio, including the Haitian immigrants. He's supposed to represent them in their best interest. And he's spreading stories out into the discourse that are causing bomb threats to be called into the city hall. Of course, if you're standing around wondering about the hypocrisy of J.D. Vance, Trump, MAGA, and Laura Loomer, where you're going to be standing around a long time. Speaking of Trump and Loomer, a lot of people are saying that they're bumping uglies. I don't know if it's true. Apparently, the reports are that Laura Loomer is not seen without Trump, and Trump is not seen without Laura Loomer, and she's been staying at Mar-a-Lago. Now, this is really pissing off people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Carrie Lake. Remember when Carrie Lake was smashing that? Ugh. 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 Fucking cleaning that rug, wasn't she? Vacuuming that rug. Woo, baby. Apparently, Carrie Lake was staying at Mar-a-Lago for quite some time. I believe it was in 2022. No, it was after 2022 because she lost. It was last year. Marjorie Taylor Greene is really upset at Laura Loomer. We may feature some of that story today. I'm really going to dig in balls deep. Sorry. I'm trying to keep my cool today with the Laura Loomer story. We're going to go balls deep into the Laura Loomer, Donald Trump smashing each other story. But we're going to go to her profile too. But I think the reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene is feuding with Laura Loomer is because they're fighting over a Florida man's micropeen. What do you think? Yeah, it's a big, huge fight over the Führer's micropeen. Isn't that kind of weird? Right? Ooh, a cat fight. Is that sexist? I don't know. Get offended. Please be offended. The story goes that Laura Loomer helped in the debate prep. And not only is she helping in the debate prep, but she's helping in prepping almost everything for Donald Trump. I don't know. Maybe she's prepping him for this press conference, and maybe he's got I don't know what this press conference is about. Maybe it's about, I don't know. Maybe it's about he's getting a divorce and he's going to make Laura Loomer engaged again. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't seen Melania lately other than her weird PSYOP Russian spy videos about her book. Have you seen this? She has not been spotted in public. Apparently, she's locked up in New York, making a weird, cartoonishly sounding Russian spy videos about her book. I'm serious. She sounds like a fucking cartoonish Russian spy, like Rocky and Bullwinkle. What do you want from me? I'm not making this shit up. I'm just telling you what it looks like, what it seems like to me. Maybe you see something different. But maybe there's something to this. Maybe Donald Trump, maybe he's not going to drop out of the race. I mean, that would be the reason to hold a press conference. And apparently he's going to hold this press conference at his golf club in LA. So the dude's in California. Oh, fuck, man. This guy wants to lose. He's got to want to lose, right? I mean, he's going to go to jail if he loses, though. I'm so torn. I'm really torn here to believe what these people are thinking. Maybe he's just so far off his rocker. Maybe the cheese has actually slid off the cracker. And this guy really thinks that it's a good idea to spend his time in a state at this pivotal moment. September 13th. We're less than 2 months away from the fucking election. People are going to start early voting soon in some of these key battleground states. He can't be in fucking California and Los Angeles where he's definitely going to fucking lose. Surely this fucking jackass is not going to go to LA and talk about immigrants and migrants to this country, talking about this dog and cat story, giving his truth about how the Haitians are eating cats and eating dogs or eating your pets.
Migrants are walking off with the town's geese.
He's bringing up geese. Let me tell you about this. All right? I grew up in a country part. I grew up in the country. Right? That's what we call it in the country. We don't call it rural. We're in the country. Okay, we live in the country. I grew up in the country, central Missouri, near Lake of the Ozarks. And almost, especially during season. But all the time there were pictures in the paper of people with their rifles, like their shotguns with birdshot. And they've got dozens of quail, duck, geese. I mean, it's a thing. It's actually game that you hunt. Right? It's not like domestic cats and dogs. Now, there are some people who have domestic geese, ducks, chickens, birds. Sometimes they have peacocks. They got farms. So sometimes people like birds and they have these birds, but they eat them on the farms. I don't know if you know that. Like the birds that they raise on the farms is kind of like their pet. They eat them. I actually have a pretty good story about that. We would raise beef at our farm. We would raise beef when I was a kid to butcher. That's how we had meat in the freezer. Hamburger steaks, right? And we would raise this beef from bottle calves. We'd buy bottle calves and raise them up, and then we'd feed them out, and then we'd send them to the slaughterhouse. package them up and put them in our freezer. And they had names because they were kind of like our fucking pets. But they were beef, and we ate beef. So we would send the cattle that we would raise and feed out for beef to the slaughterhouse to be slaughtered. So we were eating the meat that was named. It's farming. It's a thing. People hunt quail. They hunt duck. They hunt geese. Okay? Some cultures all around the world actually eat domesticated animals that we see as pets here in the United States. They actually do that. And it's not weird in their culture. It's weird in our culture. It's very weird. It's very strange to us. But in their culture, it's not. And it really is indicative that Americans are so fucking shallow, right? Like, we are so fucking shallow. It's the reason why the world actually doesn't like us that much. Is because we picked the shallowest motherfucker to be our Republican nominee. Even after we knew the son of a bitch. We know who he is. We know who he was from 2016 and then 2020 and on after the coup. And then his continuous crimes and his lies. We know who he is. He's a shallow piece of shit.
They take in the geese.
And this is only an amplification of how shallow this motherfucker is. That everyone in this country, because of him, knows that this story is a fucking lie. It's not true. Because of him. And he keeps repeating the lie, even though we all know it's a lie because of him. How fucking shallow is that? Because he's not standing in front of a microphone. He's not going to do a press conference this afternoon to talk about how he can get Americans decent fucking wages. He's not going to do that. He's not going to give a press conference this afternoon talking about his plan, not concepts, an actual plan to make sure that Americans, people in this country, do not go broke because of a medical bill. He's not going to do that shit. No, he's not. He's not going to do a press conference to let you know what his policy is going to be to make sure school children start their education at 3 instead of 5. And then when they grow up to go to college, he's going to have this grand plan to make sure people aren't saddled to 8 fucking mortgages on 4 years worth of school for their entire fucking lives. He's not going to give a press conference about that. He's not going to say anything about those things. He's not going to talk about what his plan is to make sure that people in this country get a leg up either with getting a decent fucking wage or affording housing in certain parts of the country where rent and mortgages are out of control. He's not going to talk about how he wants to help Americans. No, this press conference is going to be about him. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know if he's got Laura Loomer pregnant and he's going to announce that. I don't know if he's getting divorced and he's going to get engaged to her. I have no idea. Maybe he is announcing that he's going to lead this race and he's going to plead guilty to the fucking charges in D.C. and take a deal and go away. Go to silent as a part of a deal. I doubt it. But I know 100% for sure. For sure what this press conference is going to be about. Whether it's about eating dogs or cats or smashing Laura Loomer or calling in bomb threats to the Springfield, Ohio City Hall. I can guarantee you one goddamn thing that is going to be the focus of Donald Trump's press conference at his golf club in Los Angeles here in about 15, 20 minutes, whenever he gets there. From start to finish, he's going to talk for probably an hour, hour and a half. He's going to take questions and give the dumbest answers, and it's all 100% the entire time, every single second of the 90 minutes or 60 minutes, however long he's standing there and fucking torturing America. It's going to be about him. Him. What else is he talking about? One policy, one concept of a plan that this guy
concepts of a plan
has conveyed to this country in the last fucking 2 months. since he's been getting his ass stomped by a girl. Not just in crowd size, but also in the polls. That's really pissing him off, too. I don't believe the polls, but fuck, I'm glad the polls are living rent-free inside his fucking head. That's the only thing good about the polls right now. And let them live rent-free inside his head. Good. But again, this press conference that's about to, again, torture America. It's going to be about one thing, because he's at his golf club in a state that he cannot win. And he's spending campaign dollars to be at his golf club in California in a state he cannot win. I guarantee it. So keep sending your money in, MAGA. Keep sending them rubles in, Putin. Keep wasting your money. Throwing dollars and dimes at dumb fuckery. Good. Because here we are in this moment. How many days are we from the election? I don't even know anymore. I probably should keep track. I don't know. It seems so far away. It's so close, right? Like, I just want to go ahead and vote. I just want to, like everybody, not just me specifically, but everyone, just go ahead and just do this thing. Just get it over with. You know, I've never really wanted to fast forward in time because, you know, you don't get that shit back. But boy, sometimes during the day, there's a few minutes out of the day where I'm like, let's just hit the fast forward button, get to the fucking shit, man. Just get this over with. Don't you feel that way? Oh, God, that's the way I'm going to feel about this press conference. Don't go anywhere. Maybe we'll take a peek at this thing when he starts, but we're definitely going to go through Laura Loomer's feed and see if we can find some evidence that she is playing with the old Willie. We'll be right back right after this.